Hello, I'm Rick Torbett, and welcome to Better Basketball's Better One-on-One Offense, Scoring from the Perimeter, with Rick Barry, Sue Bird, and Chauncey Billups. Now, the title of this video is Better One-on-One Offense, and we're going to prepare you for one-on-one offense in real games. We're not going to focus on the style of one-on-one that only works on the driveway. When most people play one-on-one against a friend, they give their opponent time to set up, then check the ball, then spend a few seconds in triple threat, and then finally they start attacking. That just doesn't prepare you for real games. In a real game, the defense doesn't get a chance to check the ball and set up. The offense gets a max of 5 seconds to put the ball on the floor, or it's a violation. And most importantly, if you don't attack immediately, you're giving the other 4 defenders a chance to set up and get ready to stop your penetration. So, the best kind of one-on-one, the kind of one-on-one that will give you the best chance to score in a real game, is to attack immediately, to attack before the defense gets set. And this principle holds true whether you're attacking from triple threat or off the dribble. And so, the goal of Better One-on-One Offense is to give you the best opportunity to score by teaching you how to quickly read the defense, react immediately, and to use the most effective move possible for that situation. Now, Better One-on-One Offense is divided into 8 chapters. Chapter 1 examines the triple attack tools, laying a foundation with the triple attack position, choosing a pivot foot, the quick draw, shot fake, head and shoulder fake, and drive fake. The techniques of first step explosion in Chapter 2 will make your first 2 steps past your defender as quick as your physical abilities will allow. Chapter 3 develops the defensive reads along with the offensive reactions from a triple threat position. Chapter 4 trains you not only to handle tough defensive pressure, but also how to take advantage and make the defense pay for pressuring you. Chapter 5 examines the reads and counters available to you when you're in the mid-range, including the 1-2 pull-up jumper, the hop, and the hop back. The finishing techniques in Chapter 6 will give you moves to counter recovering defenders, help defenders, and even shot blockers. Chapter 7 will simplify the defensive reads and offensive moves when you must go one-on-one off the dribble. In Chapter 8, we look at attacking the basket from a ball screen. One-on-one can become one-on-two with the number of reads doubling as well. And finally, you'll get a chance to learn from some of the best perimeter players to ever lace them up. The theme of this video is how to attack the basket from the perimeter once you have the ball. The goal of the video is to give you a sense of freedom and confidence that you can score no matter where you receive the ball, how you receive the ball, or how the defense is playing you. We're going to go way beyond just a bunch of random moves. Instead, we're going to analyze exactly what you should do based on how your defender plays you. You will learn how to read the defender and react in the most efficient and effective way possible. And in keeping with the tradition of Better Basketball, I'm going to start with the basics and move in a logical, step-by-step fashion until you have the total package. If you're going to get the most out of this video, you'll need to take the information from this video and move it from your brain into your game. Now granted, you'll see some improvement just by watching this video a few times. But to acquire all the skills, you need to be aware of the typical learning progression that 99% of us have to go through in order to transfer new knowledge into a new habit. If you're aware of this progression, you'll be less likely to become discouraged when you haven't mastered everything in the first 24 hours. If you know the steps it takes, then you can hang in there until the skills are a part of your game. Here they are. The first step is acquire the knowledge. See and understand the techniques to be acquired. That's what you're doing right now by watching this video. The second phase is the mechanical phase. That's a nice way of saying that when you try a new technique, it looks awkward and you feel mechanical. So it's okay to slow down and repeat the technique or move until you can perform it properly. No one likes to look awkward and mechanical, but don't worry, it's only a step towards becoming smooth and polished. With repetition, the mechanical becomes smooth and coordinated, and you're ready for the third step, the speed phase. Here, you can begin to work on speed until you can perform the technique quickly and efficiently. It becomes a true habit, something instinctive that looks natural, and you can execute at game speed without thinking. You might think that you're done at this time, but you're not. What good is learning a move if you can't apply it at the right time and in the right situation? You must learn to read and react to your defender. The next two steps will train you to make the proper read on your defender so that you can react with the right move at the right time. The first read and react step is to get a defender to play along and give you time to think about what moves to make depending on his or her position. There are no tricks by the defender. He just picks the position and you take your time to make the proper read. It's not live and it might not even be at game speed. Once you know the proper reads, the second step is to move your reaction to game speed, even though the defense isn't yet live. Successful repetition is how you build confidence. Your parents, your coach, your trainer, or your friends can tell you to be confident. They can even demand that you be confident, but you won't be confident until you can put successful repetitions under your belt. Now you're ready for the final step, game experience. Don't be timid. You've outworked your opponent. You deserve success. Now, maybe you've never looked at learning and improving this way. Maybe you've been tossed into a league and expected to gain skills and confidence simply by game experience. Well, playing is always better than not playing, but the first steps of development have been skipped. How can you expect your house to withstand the storms if you don't first lay a solid foundation and take time to build layer upon layer of infrastructure? If you try to take a shortcut, you'll eventually meet a level that will expose your weaknesses. It may not show up until the Olympics, but trust me, if there's a weakness, your opponents will find it. So if you're going to build habits into your game, then let's build the right ones the right way. Now, in keeping with better basketball tradition, without wasting any dribbles, it's time for you to read and react. Let's get started with better one-on-one offense scoring from the perimeter. I could tell you that on the perimeter, you're going to do one of three simple things. You'll shoot if you're open, or you'll drive to the goal, or you'll drive and pull up for the jump shot. That's like saying golf is as simple as teeing off with your woods, getting on the green with your irons, and putting to finish. It's true, and it's simple, but the skills required to do those things are anything but simple. In this fundamental chapter, we're going to look at the best mechanics for making the most efficient movements while attacking from the perimeter. How to read your defender and when to use each move will follow in later chapters. But the mechanics in this chapter will apply to all situations. This is our first layer, our foundation that we'll use time and again throughout the video. If you've grown up on a basketball court, you've probably heard coach after coach talk to you about getting in triple threat. But I don't want you to think about being a threat. I want you to think attack. So we're going to call it triple attack. What is triple attack position? It's the athletic stance that all athletes take when preparing to move quickly, when they don't know which direction